Coming up on today's episode of AMA Drone Report, 12 new members are appointed to the Drone Advisory Committee. A drone pilot is charged with violating temporary flight restrictions, and the 2019 AlphaPilot teams are announced. Welcome to Airborne's AMA Drone Report, a weekly news program covering the recreational drone world, in partnership with the Academy of Model Aeronautics, one of the oldest and most respected aviation organizations in the world, with more than 200,000 members and 2,400 clubs across the country. I'm Sophie Herlock. Secretary of Transportation Elaine Chao announced 12 new appointments to the FAA Drone Advisory Committee. The DAC is a broad-based, long-term federal advisory committee that gives the FAA advice on key UAS integration issues by helping to identify challenges and prioritize improvements. Members are executives who represent a variety of UAS interests, including research, academia, retail, technology, and government. Secretary Chao named CEO for Precision Hawk USA, Michael Chazen, as chair of the DAC. Chazen succeeds former Intel CEO and original chair Brian Kranich. And while some in the drone industry feel the committee has been instrumental in forming commercial drone regulations, others feel the committee is lacking input from real-world drone pilots and service providers. All DAC meetings are open to the public, except as provided by Section 10D of the Federal Advisory Committee Act. And all meeting materials are publicly available through the Freedom of Information Act. The next DAC meeting is planned for June 6th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Time. You can find more information about the next meeting in the Federal Register notice. Now it's time for our Drone Minute. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security issued an alert warning of a potential cybersecurity risk involving drones made in China. The DHS says the aircraft may be sending flight data back to their Chinese manufacturers. Around 80% of drones used in the U.S. and Canada come from China. All new DJI models released after January 1st, 2020 and weighing more than 250 grams will include AirSense technology, an airplane and helicopter detector. AirSense receives ADS-B signals from nearby aircraft and will show their location on the screen of the drone pilot's remote control, as well as warn them if the two are on a collision course. The 4th annual FAA UAS Symposium is scheduled for June 3rd through the 5th at the Baltimore Convention Center in Maryland. The event will bring together stakeholders from all sectors to discuss rules and concepts governing the future of drone operations, as well as the buzz on what's to come for drone technology. And finally, do you have any suggestions for us here at Aero-News on how we could better cover the drone community? Please send any comments, ideas, or suggestions to jim@aero-news.net. Now back to the rest of the news. On Tuesday, 56-year-old Tracy Mapes was charged with violating temporary flight restrictions over 2 NFL stadiums in California back on November 26 of 2017. According to an affidavit attached to a complaint filed in a U.S. District Court in San Jose, Mapes flew a drone that dropped flyers on spectators in the Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. He then drove to Oakland and did the same thing over the Oakland Alameda County Stadium. The flyers had a red X on them as well as text saying, "Warning, stop the TV whore," and alleging government control of the media. Mapes was arrested after sheriff's deputies tracked the drone for half a mile and found Mapes wearing a retrofitted helmet and piloting the aircraft with an iPad. The drone also still contained videos and images captured during the flight. Mapes told investigators he believed spreading his message outweighed any repercussions. And according to the affidavit, he bragged about the incident on Facebook. Lockheed Martin and the Drone Racing League have announced the 9 teams accepted into the 2019 AlphaPilot Challenge. The teams are comprised of 69 students, drone technologists, aerospace engineers, and coders from all around the world. These 9 teams will complete AI framework capable of piloting racing drones through high-speed aerial courses without any GPS, data relay, or human intervention. They'll battle it out during Artificial Intelligence Robotic Racing's inaugural 4-event season later this year for a chance of winning a $1 million cash prize. An additional $250,000 will be rewarded to the teams whose drones can be a human-piloted drone. The AlphaPilot Challenge was launched back in November and attracted 424 teams from 81 countries. DRL will announce the 2019 air circuit dates and locations in June. And that's it for us today, everyone. Airborne's AMA Drone Report is presented weekly in cooperation with the Academy of Model Aeronautics. For more information on the exciting hobby drone world, check out modelaircraft.org. Thanks for watching.